This is 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News Morning.
Today kicks off the busiest time of the year to travel. We have the details on what you need to know before you head out to visit loved ones. Plus, BIB commissioners voted on a new sales tax for next year. We have more on why you could be shelling out just a little more money when buying groceries and clothes.
Showers and a few storms in the forecast for this afternoon. What kind of weather do we have for Christmas, though? I'll talk all about it coming up.
And many of you have inquired about helping the homeless this holiday season. We spoke with several nonprofits around Macon BIB to see what you can give. Those stories and a lot more are coming your way at 5 o'clock starting right now. Hunter, today kicks off the two busiest travel days on the road for the Christmas holiday. Based on historical and recent travel trends, the analytics company INRIX expects drivers will experience the greatest amount of congestion before the holiday week today, December 20th, and tomorrow, December 21st, in the late afternoon as commuters leave work early and mix with the holiday travelers. Well, AAA says if you are heading to or through Atlanta, you may want to just head out today. They say to avoid traveling through major cities during peak travel times. And for Atlanta, that would be tomorrow between 4:30 and 6:30 in the evening. They also say you'll be joining 2.8 million Georgians on the road, 171,000 on planes, and 114,000 Georgians on other modes of transportation like trains, buses, or cruise ships. And if you are driving, you're going to save on gas as prices continue to drop. AAA also says Americans will be traveling in record numbers this holiday season. They say 107.3 million people will take planes, trains, cars, and other transportation during the year-end holiday period from this Saturday through Monday. This will be the highest year-end travel volume on record. That marks about a 3% increase in travel volume compared to last year. Now, once you eat, drink, and be merry, you may find yourself in need of a ride. So once again, for this holiday season, AAA is offering its tow-to-go service this Friday through New Year's Eve. They will give you a ride within 10 miles of where you are. All you have to do is call 855-2TOW-TO-GO. That is 855-286-9246. It is completely free for both members and non-members. Well, if you live and work in Bibb County, you could soon be paying a few extra cents when you're buying things like groceries or clothing in order to fund different projects in the county. Mary Grace Shaw has more on a decision made at last night's commission meeting.
That's right. In a 6-3 vote, BIB commissioners approved asking the local delegation to draft legislation that would create a new sales tax called an OLOST. Like SPLOST, OLOST would be a penny sales tax that would generate funds for the county to use on county projects. At Tuesday night's meeting, two people spoke up against the tax. One of those, former mayor C. Jack Ellis. Ellis says he's concerned this could push more people to shop in Warner Robins over Macon.
So many of our stores are closing in Macon. So to close that gap by increasing the taxes on the most vulnerable, because regardless of your income, as I said earlier, whether you make $1,000 a day or $1,000 a month, we all have to go to Kroger's, and we all have to eat, and we all pay those taxes. So.
But Commissioner Gary Bechtel says this could actually help those taxpayers living in Bibb County. Bechtel says this would allow the county to roll back the millage rate based on the money they collect from the sales tax.
It's a way to give property tax relief and have those that live outside the county who travel here for work or to eat or to stay or to an event to pay that sales tax, and then offer some relief for those who who have homestead here.
But before you could see this tax on your next purchase, the legislation would still have to be approved in the General Assembly and then be approved by voters in the November election.
Right now, the sales tax is 7 cents, but if the General Assembly approves this, people would be voting to add 2 cents on top of that. Well, commissioners also approved a 5-year plan to renovate Bowden Golf Course. General Manager of the course, Brandon Dole, says they are going to use SPLOST funds to upgrade parts of the course. Some of those changes include renovating the greens, bunkers, and reshaping the holes. Dole says the next step is putting the design out to bid. And thanks to Eagle Scouts, 4 new additions are coming to Macon Bibb Parks. One of those is a new climbing structure Chandler Pipkins created for Oak Haven Park in the Vineville neighborhood. He says he is ordering the pieces now. A grand jury indicted 3 former Washington County deputies for the deadly tasing of a man earlier this summer. District Attorney Hayward Altman says they heard hours of interviews from investigators and saw the body camera footage from the day deputies tased Uri Martin. This cell phone video sent to us by a viewer in July shows the moment deputies Michael Howard, Henry Copeland, and Rhett Scott were seen on Deep Step Road with Martin. One of the deputies tases him and he falls to the ground. Those deputies face charges of felony murder, involuntary manslaughter, false imprisonment, aggravated assault, simple assault, and reckless conduct.
The grand jury listened to the evidence, made the determination there was probable cause for these charges to proceed forward. The system as it is designed in the state of Georgia at this point in time is probably the best system in the country as far as handling these type cases. It worked as far as what the grand jury made a determination today.
Those 3 deputies have to turn themselves in today. They will be taken to Swainsboro from Washington County for their first appearances in court. And the homeless camps along the Ocmulgee River are now gone. They had to move on Monday in an effort to clean up Macon's parks. Spokesman Chris Floor says workers really only focused on tearing down those sites visible from public areas. Those campsites they did tear down are cleaned up and cleared out. One person affected by the move, Ace Cargie, stayed at daybreak yesterday. He says he moved right before workers came in. Cargie says he is thankful he had all of his stuff packed, but now he's worried about what his next move will be. And like Cargie, some of them left the banks and headed to shelters. Charles Pope, shelter director at the Macon Salvation Army Men's Home, said about 20 to 30 people came to the shelter over these last few days. Many of them came because of the city's decision to clear out the camps. The Men's Home has about 80 beds and 24 cots, and right now 60 of those are filled. He says there may be more people seeking shelter year-round.
We know when the cold season comes, we have a lot of people come up, but those are the people actually, some of them from the river. But during the summertime, they'll go back out there. But now, since this took place, we can expect summer, winter, it don't matter. They still gonna have to be seeking shelter.
The Salvation Army offers spots for women too. If you or someone you know needs the shelter's help, you can call 478-746-8572. Again, that is 746-8572. And many of you have reached out to us wanting to know how you can help the homeless in Central Georgia. Director of the Loaves and Fishes Ministry in downtown Macon, Judy Sexton, says the colder weather puts coats and blankets in high demand. She says people who want to donate can bring those to their location on Martin Luther King Boulevard from 8:30 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. These nonprofit organizations say they also welcome donations to purchase food. Well, ugly sweaters have somehow become a fashion trend during the holidays over these last few years. And for Vineville Academy students, the uglier, the better. The school created a contest for the ugliest sweater. Several of them even had lights attached to them. The top 3 winners received a panda t-shirt, a slushy ice cream coupon, and $5. The others received prizes for the most creative designs. All right, Hunter, we need to see your ugly sweater now. I think you need to break it out tomorrow.
You know what? I'll think about it, but no need for ugly sweaters this morning. Very mild. Temperatures are in the 60s.